Okay, as someone who grew her business really scrappy, really frugal, and I had 4 kids under 4 and didn't have expendable time, I almost am triggered, and I want to share this because there's so many people in the online space right now, even just in businesses in general. They're like, how can I 10 times my business without doing 10 times work? Which I think is actually really good. 2 books to read. Number 1 is going to be The Compound Effect, and number 2 is going to be 10 times is easier than 2 times. But I think there's a time and a place to roll up your sleeves and put in the elbow grease so that you can benefit long term and then be able to take a step back and actually scale. So for me, it always comes back down to data. If you are new to my channel, new to the stuff that I have to say, it's like I am always data driven but psychology based. And what I mean by this is I'm always willing to look at the data when it comes to analytics and when it comes to conversions and what is the data telling you? It's telling you a story. And then understanding the psychology behind it. Like, what is your ideal client? What are these leads thinking? And how are you perceiving it? Perceiving and perception are 2 very different things. And so being able to translate that is really important. And you're probably thinking like, great, but I want to know how to scale and like what that actually looks like. And like the easiest way to scale is by genuinely serving your ideal client. It is genuinely taking the time to serve that demographic. And I think this is the step that everyone is trying to miss out on. And it doesn't mean that you have to hustle all the time. I'm a mom of 4. Right now we homeschool. I had 4 kids under 4 at one point. I get it. I say that not to like being a broken track record, but in the sense of like, I get how chaotic it gets. I did not have a lot of help. I only had 12 hours a week to work my business, and to get it to where it is now. But the thing that I just want to take the time to say is like, I always prioritized my connections and then actually serving people deeply. When you are able to serve your audience deep, whether it is through actual good freebies, actual good content, every quarter I try to prioritize doing at least 10 free calls with no strings attached to the people in my audience. They know they don't have to buy anything from me. It is 30 minutes of pick my brain, pick anything that you want. It is a strategy call. And if you're like, oh my gosh, I want one of those, just send me a DM. They're free. Here's the thing. You can't book more than one with me. It is one call that you can have with me where you pick my brain and ask me anything. Now, 90%, I'm literally giving you actual numbers. 90% of the time people are like, tell me how to work with you. And they absolutely will. I'm not pitching them. I will never pitch you on these calls. These are pure strategy calls. If you want to know something, ask me. I will tell you all the tea and I will not hold back. But because people are not doing that, of course, people are like, hey, great, tell me the next step. You are not sugarcoating it. You are not holding back. And that is truly why I full-heartedly believe that if you are willing to take the 1% extra time to serve your ideal client better, like I've talked in a different video of why I don't care about when it comes to like likes and comments and views and stuff. It's because I have more people in that than I actually do in my actual courses or like, pardon me, reverse. I don't care about how many likes, comments, or views I have because I have more people in my courses, my memberships, and my clients that work with me long term than any of that. And I think there's like the both end. Like we should care why people are liking that but not convert. Like that's not the conversation we're having right now though. I'm saying go watch that video because I talk about how to actually attract the right person, capture them via email, nurture them, and then convert them and what that looks like. So definitely go take a look at that. I also have tons of resources that are going to be popped all over here. Like I have a video of how I actually set up my email campaigns and my capturing and the actual content in the sequences. I'm giving you guys a behind the scenes. So go look at that. Anywho, moving on when it comes to scaling, if you take the 1% extra time to nurture these people coming into your space, you will always out-earn, out-succeed, and outdo any other person in your industry. I am not kidding. It comes down to number 1, actually having the strategies, having the authority, having the actual methodology to get someone a result. And also, I think another thing that's really important, aside from just having the authority, the actual methods, the actual strategy, is being able to provide that transformation and that level of result. So, the other thing is actually taking the time to serve them via calls, doing a monthly masterclass, answering questions when people are emailing you. Those 2 things, the authority, actually being able to get someone to transformation and doing what you say you're going to do. And the other, like I said, is being able to actually serve them. It's something that people are not doing continuously in this industry. People, and when I say this industry, I mean the online industry. People are so quick to be like, great, you're in my funnel, go buy from me now. And yes, that is like how a freaking funnel works. Like if you come through any of my funnels, I'm always going to talk about become a content queen. If you watch my YouTube videos, right now it's my membership. It might be a course in the future. I've done it all. And it's just really important to know like that's part of running a business, but you can serve deeply. You can provide a lot of resources. You can provide a lot of really good content, a really good context, about why you are the one for them. And when it comes to scaling, I feel like actually being able to serve people deeply is something that is just like so bypassed. People don't want to actually serve. They just want to be able to sell and make a lot more money. But in order to make more money and sell a lot more, it comes down to just serving. And I'm not saying that you need to hustle and bust your booty and be exhausted, but just taking that 1% extra time to serve them, 1% extra time to be able to put in that legwork goes a long way. And it goes a lot longer than I think anyone is actually willing to admit. One of the biggest things when it came to scaling, it was very insane to me. I'll never forget this. I actually opened up 10 spots, like 10 of these strategy calls. The first time I ever did it, I had 10 people come in and 9 of the people bought from me. And I remember being so blown away. It was my first $20,000 cash month. And I literally was like, I'm speechless. I literally don't even know what to do. I felt like, did I make it? And the only difference that I did, I opened up 10 spots. Basically, they're glorified discovery calls, but you're actually allowing people to ask you questions, to get to know like, okay, this is my problem. Can I find a strategy with this, right? It's a no strings attached call. And it was such a workaround around discovery calls. And I mean, no one is obligated to buy from me. I never asked someone, are you ready for next steps? I never did that. They always asked me. And it was just so insane to me because the only thing I did different was serve them 1% better than I did the month before or the other people in my industry. And I've always played on that. Like I do ads for a living. I do marketing for a living. I do copywriting for a living. I play on the fact I'm not like a bro marketer. No offense to if there's a bro marketer watching this, but like I care so deeply about my clients. I am so empathetic. I care so deeply in so many different ways. And I'm so willing to go the extra mile for my client. And that's not always the case in the industry you're in. Now there's a difference between bending over backwards and being a people pleaser. There's a huge, huge, huge difference between that, bending over backwards and, being a yes man versus being willing to go the extra miles and help your client get the result that they want. There's a very fine line. It can be a little bit difficult when you're newly into business, but that's the thing is like, I'm always willing to go the extra mile to make sure that you are supported and make sure you're taking care of an extra strategy call or an extra audit, like whatever that may be, in order for you to feel even more taken care of and more supported. And I just think that's a really important conversation to have. So if you're wanting to scale, I want you to look at how you specifically can serve your audience 1% better than last month, or even the 1% better than your industry. And for me, it came down to actually allowing people to ask the questions because a lot of people in my industry, in marketing, they're like, oh, you have to pay me to have a discovery call or a strategy call, which in a lot of ways I do agree. And this is why I have like the boundary where you can only have one with me. You can't have like one every week with me because it's like, girl, I open these up quarterly so I can actually allocate more childcare because obviously I have to have more childcare in order to do this, but it always works in my favor. Now, you might be thinking, why would I ever want to get on a strategy call with you if you're simply saying this is a sales strategy? Yes, it is a sales strategy because the more people who have access to my brain and understand my brilliance and have all of the pieces finally connect, it's a choice. I'm not forcing anyone. It is a choice to work with me a lot more. And it's a choice that always pays off. Always pays off because you're getting so much closer to your end result and you get that clarity in one call with me. So I want you to think about the ways that you can provide your client or ideal client or lead more clarity with your serving strategy. Serving equals more sales. So how can you serve 1% better than you did last month? I'm going to put up some new videos for you guys to go kind of check out and binge on, but I'm so grateful that you watched. I'm so grateful for this car vlog video and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope to see you subscribe and stick along for the next videos.